Hello guys, today I'm going to be doing a reading called The Soul's Journey Surprise Reading. So I was inspired by this Hero's Journey deck here to do a Soul's Journey reading because I really like how these two decks come together and really tell this bigger story. And I also have my good tarot, my major arcana cards here to discover any themes that we have going on here, but this reading is completely surprise. It just has to do with your soul journey, if you are a light worker or an empath, and psychic medium, anyone who works with the metaphysical realm, this reading is for you. So let's get into it. Alright, I got the piles shuffled here, and for pile number 1, our card is the Hermit. So if you have been going within and healing and taking that trek. Okay, we have the Moon. Seems like this one's going to be about working through illusions, possibly with your feminine energy here. Deciding what you want. And the Call. So this card, what is this one? This one is the Judgment card in the tarot. Alright, so with Judgment, it's kind of like standing with your truth. It's kind of like your call. The universe is calling you to step into this version of yourself, this new leveling up here. So whichever pile you feel drawn to, that is your pile. And let's get into pile number 1. Alright, so we have a whole lot of cards here. We got 4 from each deck. Yeah, 4 and then 3. So lots of good information here. So I'll put the Hermit up here so we don't forget about it. And let's see what this Hero's Journey Oracle has to say. Okay, so with the Hermit here, I'm getting that like this is you here on the outside looking in. And maybe you feel like you can't step into this new version of yourself for some reason. Okay, it could be that you're afraid here because it says the unknown is your friend. Okay, and it says lean in to embrace what's next. So very important here. They're bringing awareness to you to the fact that you are on the outside looking in instead of being it. Okay, so maybe you want to be a psychic, for example. You want to give people guidance, but you are not actually doing it. You are just wishing that you were doing it. So that could work with any situation. Alright. The Call. Honor the whisper of your soul. So this is a confirmation that they are calling you to this light here for a reason. You are meant to be drawn to this energy for a reason because you're meant to help us in certain ways. Help humanity in certain ways, and so do not deny. I'm getting some kind of energy that you feel like, why me? What makes me so special? There's so many other people doing it. How am I can't see how I'd be unique. And it's true, you can't see the way just yet, but you are being called to this light, and that is why you had to go within, because you knew that this old version of yourself wasn't the best version of yourself. Now the universe is saying, take the next step, okay? In the castle of dreams. Become altered by the color of your dreams. So this is talking about just submitting. Like, just submit to these fears and decide that you'll see how things play out instead of just staying stuck. Because this frustration that you're feeling, you're tired of being the Hermit, maybe. And your next step would be stepping out and moving on up. And I definitely am getting the message that you should watch the other two piles, because here I'm seeing a moon, and it looks like a moon here. And in the second and third deck, the moon was in the second deck, and then the call, literally it's called the call, on the third pile. And we even got the card here. So I feel like this could be a transmutation of energy, or like the pathway that you need to take to continue on, to carry on. So let's see what the Lumeria cards are speaking of here. Okay, Crystal Keys. This card is talking about how you have all of the insights in your mind, all of the thoughts that are going around and around and around in there. Maybe this is what's happening in this one's head here. The thoughts are all trapped. And I'm also getting the saying living inside your head. So you could be living inside your head and not realizing that when you actually put this information or what you want to do out into the world, you will be accepted, but you're just afraid. All right, the Portal Keeper. Now this is really cool because these cards are all different, and these two look very similar to each other. All right. Let me move these up here so we can fit them all in the screen. Cool, okay. I'm getting the message to just keep on going. But I feel like what this card here is saying is that you have the key. You are the only one who can unlock that door of not being fearful anymore. Okay, Awakened Awareness. Alright, it seems like the answers are going to start coming to you once you actually listen to the call, once you actually start doing what the universe is asking you to do. And Manifestia. So you are manifesting everything right now based on what you are doing, what you are thinking, what you are researching, the steps that you are taking. And I feel like there's this subconscious battle that's going on. But I get the message that, you know, she has these like wavy strings of hair here, but I feel like it's connecting to these, and then it flows over and connects to these, and there's other parts in here that even in this card we see these swirls. And so I'm getting the message that everything is connected. Okay, everything that you're doing right now, all the situations in your life are connected somehow. Things have made you become the person that you are today. Steps that you take in the future are going to help you become the person you are in the future. Everything is connected, especially the foods that you eat, and the drinks that you drink, and the exercise that you have. The universe is asking you to keep your body in tip-top shape so that you can fulfill this destiny easily, gracefully, and smoothly. And they want you to be spreading awareness about the troubles you've been through and how you've solved these problems. So when you're the Hermit, you go within, you have a lot of introspection. It's like you say, okay, I can't do this anymore, world. And then you close the door and, excuse me, you close the door and you turn off your light and you sit in darkness here for many days, many nights, and you contemplate where you've been, how far you've come, what you truly want in life, what is no longer working for you. And then you start to hear the call. Once you figure out what is best for your highest good, you start hearing the call. And then once the call is there, you start imagining what you can do. You start creating your dreams in your mind here. This is where the crystal mind comes in. And then this portal keeper here, you take action. So if you want to go from one portal to another, you need to have that intention of doing so. And the cat here, you know, it prowls. Is that a word? Prowl, on the prowl? I just imagine the cat sneaking through the bushes and waiting until the perfect moment to pounce. So you're looking for opportunities here, and then your awareness here is awakened when you see an opportunity, and then it is manifested into your life. That's what I'm seeing. This is like a story of the steps that you've taken. I definitely feel like there's a lot of blues and pinkish purples in this reading. So maybe this has to do a lot with speaking from your mind. You know, they say speak from your heart, but speak from this new mind that you have been creating, this new perspective. And it could be that you need to hop into this area that of life that we're on the outside looking in. You need to just go in. And that's maybe the portal here that we're talking about. Okay, so I used the example of wanting to be a psychic before. I'm going to say spiritual teacher this time, but you can sit there and watch all of these spiritual teachers teaching everything they've learned, and you can also teach what you've learned because you have gone within. And don't take for granted that you have gone into this hermit stage, because not everybody gets there. Some people don't ever recognize what they've done to other people, or how they've affected, or how their actions affect others. Some people don't even take the time to figure that out. So that is your initiation into becoming a healer, a wounded healer, is that you recognized you were wounded, and you recognized that you needed to put yourself first so that you could live your best life, so that you could be there for others in a way that is for everyone's highest good. Maybe you were saying things that you didn't want to be saying, or maybe you genuinely felt like you weren't being mean, but once you looked at yourself from a different perspective, you realized you could be nicer. You could be more loving. So that's what I get for pile number 1. It seems like you have been going on this soul's journey here, and the universe is telling you that you just have to take it from the inside and put it into the outside. Love and light, pile 1. Hello, pile 2. This reading is about a surprise reading about the soul's journey, about where you are. And you chose the Moon card, which has to do with illusions, imagination, your unconscious. So at one point you went within and lost yourself so that you could find the way. And now it seems like you're recognizing what role you play, what your motivation is, and you're questioning the balance between your internal and your external state. What's real? What's not real? Am I being optimistic? Am I being pessimistic? Or are you mirroring other people's energy instead of holding space for your own? That's a symptom, a symptom of being an empath, is that it's hard for you to keep your internal state at bay, because everywhere you go, you can sense the energy around everyone else's auras. Your aura is extra sensitive, so when you're walking through the store and you walk past someone, you can feel how they're feeling. And I'm getting the message that some people may even be able to think what they're thinking on a certain level. That's very interesting. If that's you, let me know in the comments. So I definitely feel like this is the illusion part. This is the part where you're like, I don't know if it's me or I don't know if it's them. And you could be living in and lived in the past in a home situation where you felt like you were misunderstood. And it's really just because you could feel what everyone else was trying to hide, and they were confused as to how you were picking up what they were trying to hide. Maybe you had a more optimistic view of life than others. I'm getting the message that you may think that humanity is mostly good, that everyone is mostly good, and you see other people having this negative viewpoint and you're questioning why is that? Because you don't understand it. There's this hidden spiritual awareness that you don't show other people. And there was a time when you questioned what is real and what is not real, and you came to some realizations that you never expected were going to be the results. So, I know for a fact when I started this journey, I thought maybe angels and ghosts were real, and in my opinion they are. But I never thought that I would consider that maybe Bigfoot is also real. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I certainly consider it, along with fairies. I mean, couldn't fairies just be another version of angels, humans with little wings? Something to think about here. Okay, we have breadcrumb of bliss. Heed your simple pleasures. So I feel like this is following your light. You see she has this light emitting from her heart and this rainbow gown. It's like, if you are wondering and questioning what's true, okay, the truth is about perception, about what you perceive, about what is true for you. That is what's most important. It's not this game about who's more right than someone else. It's about trying to stand in other people's shoes and understanding why they feel that way, having some version of compassion. But don't forget to put that compassion on yourself. I also see maybe it's in a spiral kind of, so I'm seeing like a shell. So maybe it's protecting your heart. You can learn how to protect your heart with a light, with a positive light that allows energy in rather than a wall. So I feel like this is asking you to practice discerning your energy from other people's energy. Alright, let's see what we got here. Another card. Look, she's holding the light. Say yes to your higher calling. Be a human! Exclamation mark. That's cool. And here there's the moon. So we have these large balls of light that are showing up in your reading. That's very interesting. We also have the return. Interesting. Okay, so now I'm seeing something. Excuse me. So if you happen to watch pile number 1 of the Hermit, it was speaking of how you had to go within and you had to create your own beliefs. And I feel like this one is saying that you've done that now, and now you're figuring out how to put this light into the world. And here, the return, it's saying that you're finally going to return. So maybe you stopped talking to your family, or you cut certain people out or certain situations out. Whatever it is, you haven't shown up as much as you did in the past. Ever since you went into the Hermit stage, you haven't been showing up as much. And that was just because you wanted to show the world the real you. You wanted to stop giving them the bullshit. You wanted to be 100% authentic and speak your truth, because it just felt too uncomfortable to continue lying. So you have been working with this energy. I can, she's been feeling it, and she's been manifesting, she's been holding it in her hands with the hand chakra and transmuting this. And I feel like we're moving on to this phase now where you're going to return. Maybe you have a trip planned already, that you're going to return, and this time you're going to decide, or you're going to try to be this new authentic version of yourself and not let the old you shine through. And I can understand how that's difficult, because when you go into your old home and see your family again, it's easy to fall back into those old ways of being. But this time you've transmuted so much energy that the way that you are now is going to be easier to live. It's going to be more recognizable. And this mysteriousness that you've carried with you for the past few years being a hermit is going to change. Okay, so the moon card, again, you know, it's about the role that you play. It's about your internal state affecting your external state. So maybe you were not confident in yourself internally, so externally you were not confident and you didn't show confidence. But now you are confident, so you're going to be able to show that on the outside. Maybe you have gained healthy habits and you'd like to show that. Maybe you feel like you've lost people. Maybe you had friendships as a child that you are worried that they are falling apart or that they can never be repaired. But, you know, the Spirit is saying that if they accepted you at your worst, of course they can accept you at your best. Okay, let's see what these are saying here. Trust your innocence. Okay, I feel like this card is saying that deep in your heart, there is a little bit of fear that is blocking you. But whenever we walk into the unknown, we take it one step at a time. One stepping stone, one breadcrumb at a time. And you always will know what to do each step of the way. And they're saying don't be afraid to go back and admit your mistakes and apologize for what happened, because that will gain a level of respect from most people. And you will also be healing this. I'm getting like your third eye and your crown chakra, this higher awareness that you have is going to be healed. Maybe you are still questioning whether or not you do have these abilities, or whether or not you have made the right choice for yourself. And I feel like by tying up the loose ends with the family, or with the old friends, or with the old life, you're going to level up, but you don't realize it. You don't realize it just yet, because this is a level of awareness that you cannot reach until you're actually doing it. All right, Star Seer, yes. So she's walking, this person's walking up the ladder. You're getting all this work done. You are working towards your goal, and your higher self here is seeing the bigger picture. All right, stepping through. This definitely goes with the return here. Okay, you're changing. We have the Earth and furried and feathered friends. That is wonderful. So you've created this awareness about how we are all connected. I want to say that that is in the Moon card, recognizing the role that you play in the bigger picture. And I feel like you're recognizing how we all help each other as animals, the circle of life is not just survival of the fittest. Okay, we all benefit each other in certain ways. And the earth here, taking care of the earth. All right, I feel like you have this awareness now about how important it is that we are taking care of the earth and the animals and the people that we love, and that things need to come from passion and the heart. I definitely see with this here, this card, you're being reborn. Your mind is going to go through this transformation that you are not expecting. And that's just very interesting to me, because I feel like this is going to happen to me too. But I just can't see it yet, so I can't tell you guys what the result is going to be. Maybe the third pile is going to give us even more information on this. I feel like it's a what goes around comes around, and we just need to keep trusting that all of the work that we've been doing up to this point is going to bring us back home. And I feel like these cards here go together. Like when we are coming home, we're coming home to our truth. And I keep getting this humanitarian vibe, so I want to talk about it more. You're realizing that if we don't take care of this planet, then the earth is going to be okay, but the humans are going to perish. The living things may still continue on here, but without fresh drinking water or clean air, humans will suffer most. With, maybe you're realizing, I just got soil. So maybe you're realizing how we're poisoning our soil. Okay, so we can't grow our own foods. And I just am getting this message that the universe wants us to live as one again with the plants and the animals, and recognize that the earth can give us what we need. All right, go back to the 1800s. Okay, people built their houses out of logs. They had animals all near their home that they got milk and cheese and meat, and grew vegetables. They had to learn how to dig wells so that they could get water. And obviously it's not as efficient as we have it now. But if every single person had a garden, or as many as people could, if it was more commonplace to have a garden in your yard instead of just short-cut grass, there'd be a lot more food to go around. There wouldn't be a food shortage. We're not depending on someone else to feed us. We are in control of ourselves. So I feel like you have this humanitarian aspect of you that you didn't have before. It's like this new perspective here. You're seeing the steps that need to be taken. So I feel like there's multiple levels to this reading. It could even be with these two manifesting cards here that you've been learning the skills to plant your own food or take care of your own animals. And I feel like this new version of you is being birthed, but you're not there yet. You can see this new version of yourself, but you're still working on it. So trust that you have this bigger vision, and maybe here this is saying that you're coming home to your true self again. And they're showing me this card here. Okay, trust your innocence. So be curious. If you have a question about something, do the research. All right? Thank you for watching this video. I do truly appreciate it. If you'd like, please watch pile number 3. There could be a lot more information about what to do next in the cards. So love and light. Hello, pile 3. Last but not least, we have the call. So the universe is calling on you to do something here, okay? To follow your heart, all right? You have a life mission that is becoming more and more pronounced. You're becoming more and more aware of I was going to say fundamentals, but the stable foundation that you're building. And I'm seeing one of those bugs that have those super long legs that like dance on the wall. He's just at my window. And I feel like you are just doing that. You are dancing around whatever opportunity comes your way. You're graceful about it. You're in and then you're out. And then you're in and then you're out. And you have many hands. So like an octopus, you're getting many things done at once. And maybe that's why you can't see the bigger picture yet, because you're putting all the effort in, and then it's all going to pay off, but just it hasn't come yet. Okay, this Judgment card here also talks about how you need to be true to yourself and banish any doubt that may be holding you back. Okay, see these things in a new light and evaluating yourself, awakening. Okay, that's all the calls about the Judgment card. It seems like you are leveling up. So in the first pile, it talked about being the hermit, going within and discovering who you want to be now in the future, who you want to be. Pile 2 talked about the moon, so breaking down those illusions of the past and building a better future for yourself. And now with the call here, it's like you've done those things, and now this is the next steps here that we're talking about, okay? Flip your inner light switch. Right, the North Star. I feel like that goes along well. The thin veil, let go and let glow. I feel it's very curious that both of these cards are within a cave-like structure. So maybe you are in the darkness still, and the universe wants you to keep moving for the light. Keep moving, keep gaining that self-awareness. Where you are is where it's at. Stay still until you are divinely moved. Okay, so I feel intuitively like you are in this cave here and you're looking at the light and you're just waiting for the universe to reach their hand through that light and pull you out of there. Okay, and right here when it says stay still until you are divinely moved, I feel like that's a sign that you're being patient intuitively. You're doing this correctly. This is all correct. Okay, and there's this divine timing, this patience that's coming into play. And you're experiencing this stress because it's like, but I am doing my call. But you're calling me, but I'm doing it, right? I'm doing it. Why am I not seeing the results? Okay, this frustration. I feel it. All right, let's see what the rest of the cards are saying here. Full spectrum. So are you truly, and be honest with yourself, okay? I'm not trying to call you out or be mean or anything. This is just what I'm channeling from the universe, okay? Be honest with yourself. Are you truly fully integrated into this practice? Are you truly making sure that your energy gets cleared? Are you truly taking the time to meditate and silence your mind? Are you truly nourishing your body with healthy foods and water? Are you truly trying to overcome bad habits and fill them in with new good habits? Okay, are you truly doing everything that the universe is asking you to do? Or are you ignoring a few things and hoping that it's going to work out? Okay, I'm getting the message that you have to be eating healthy because it gives you the energy and the insight to continue moving forward. Okay, it seems like you went back into your cave here. You resorted back to your old ways. Not completely, not at all, not completely. But there's just a couple things that you're still latching on to. And me personally, I 100% resonate with that. I am holding on to some things that I can let go of. We all are. But to fully immerse yourself in this way of being that you're trying to become, this new person, you truly have to be in it, the full spectrum. And this card is also talking about life and death. Okay, the plants are attached to her arms. Her head is attached to the sky, you know, the roots growing into the ground. So are you fully connected? Are you fully grounded and connected to the universe when you are getting your insights? Okay, this could even be a sign that you need to do this kind of meditation where you ground yourself into the earth, reach up into the sky and connect with the universe and clear your chakras, because she has the chakras here on her body. So I guess now whenever I see this, it's going to be my sign for you need to do a chakra meditation. So let's see what the other cards are saying. We have freedom. Okay, I feel like these new habits that you're experiencing is going to free you from something. Maybe it's an illness, mental illness. Maybe these things that you're doing are burdening you. For example, if you have an addiction and you have to stop what you're doing to go do that thing, it could be burdening you. It could be holding you down. Okay, and also this is a message that you are free to choose how you want to live your life and what you want to put into your body. Okay, we have loving compassion, and with talking about the body, I definitely feel like they're telling you to look at yourself in a new light. Okay, maybe you've been focusing on what's wrong with your body too long, and you need to be looking at yourself from a loving and compassionate viewpoint. You know, I'm getting the message that you've been through so much and you made it through. And when you were going through those things, you didn't know what to do. You have to have compassion for yourself. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Simply because you didn't know then what you know now. And so you must have some forgiveness for yourself. You must imagine yourself going back to that old version of yourself. Put your arm around them, okay, and give them a hug and say, I love you no matter what. Okay, I'm older now. I can protect you. I'm here to help you. We can make it through this together. I'm older and wiser now, and I'll never let you be hurt like this again. Okay, that is important, some important inner healing. You know, we have this cave here in the beginning of the reading. Maybe this is the self-love you need to do to come out into the light and stop resorting back into your old ways, into your cave here. We have air, paradigm shift. So it's cool that we have wings with eyes here and also wings with eyes here. So, you know, I'm getting partially take a leap of faith and also partially trust that your thoughts are leading you in the right direction. Okay? And trust these ethereal thoughts. Trust these divine intuitive insights that you are receiving. Okay? Very important here. The universe can see all ways. And so you need to also practice being this best version of yourself that you're trying to be. It's going to help you spread your wings and see the bigger perspective that you are trying to see. And the violet flame. So this is like manifesting. This is like the internal energy within you that you are putting out into the world. This divinely guided information and practice. So it can be meditating. It could be this, the energy she's holding in her hand could be symbolic of Reiki healing. Anything that you are choosing to work mindfully with the universe in. I definitely feel like you are going to open up your light and see things in a new way. I can't help but notice all of these lights that are shining brightly in here, even around her head. We have many lights that are shining. So I feel like the universe is saying, shine your light. You know inside of your head what this calling is. So you need to ground yourself first and then spread your wings so you can fly from a stable place. That's what I'm feeling. And also that everything is intertwined, so you may not realize now how what you're doing is going to affect yourself in the future. I'm getting the thanking my past self for doing something for future me. And I feel like you hold the key to your future with what you do now and what you don't do. So get out of this cave here, okay? Keep on trying to better your energy here, because very soon you're going to get these divine insights to take action, and it's going to be all worth it, because you're going to be in this fantastic mental state just because you've done the work. All right? And the universe is never going to give you more than you can handle. So that's why it wants you to do all this extra healing here, this last step of healing and being this truly authentic version of yourself. Truly and authentically. Truly. That's why I feel like this card came through and was like, are you, like, be honest with yourself. Are you truly doing all of these things that we are asking you to do? Honestly, are you? Not because they want you to feel bad about yourself or beat yourself up, no. But because they say, we can't give you this idea here, we can't divinely move you until you truly commit to this path, because they don't want you to get burnt out. They don't want you to give bad advice. They don't want you to, and this is just my example, they don't want you to be in the public eye and mess up because you're not grounded, because your third eye is not open, because you're not trying to see all ways, because you don't have love and compassion. With the air here, I definitely feel like this is a mental thing. Okay, we're stuck in our minds. And you know, I definitely am thinking from the Hermit to the Moon, that is very subconscious energy. That's going within your mind and figuring this all out. And this call here, this Judgment card, is super conscious. So this is like, you don't even realize it. You can't even recognize it if you want to. You recognize your calling for sure, but when you are fearful and you block out those ideas, it might not be on purpose. You might not be meaning to do that. And so the universe is saying to clear out your energy as much as possible. Come outside of this cave and you will be divinely guided. You are being divinely guided right now to finish this healing. Okay, if you have, I'll just let you tell you what my problem is here. I had a troubling childhood. and I turn to sugary foods like chocolate, more than anything, chocolate and, you know, baked goods, as my feeling good thing. So when I feel stressed, I drink a coffee with lots of cream and sugar. I'll make some Rice Krispie bars. I'll eat some apple pie. Okay, and I get into versions where I am being this person, and I am eating right, and I'm exercising every day, and I'm focusing on my limiting beliefs and getting past them. And then I get to a point where the universe is starting to call me to this new level, and I get scared, and I go back within. Okay, and my bad habits come up again. All right? And I need to be back in control. And I feel like that's what this is saying, is like, there was a time when you didn't even realize what you were doing was bad. You didn't even realize what you were doing was causing these problems that you were having. Okay, that was when you went from the Hermit to the Moon energy. But now you have you have developed better habits to take the place of the bad ones, but you just keep going back to the bad ones. And I feel like the universe is saying, like, just end it. Like, what can you do to just put that to rest? And I really want to pull another card here from the Soul's Journey. Oh, they just lifted. Okay. Heed your pleasure principle. And I feel like this card is asking you, you know, are you actually getting true pleasure from doing these things? Or is this just a temporary way of pain relief? Okay, the Quest. Yes, I definitely feel, and look at this, one with the Sun. So I think that these two cards are talking about working with the bottom three chakras. The grounding chakra, which is the root chakra. The passion and creativity chakra, which is the soul, or the, why is it eluding me? The orange chakra, the sacral chakra, and the yellow chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra, which makes you feel safe and worthy. Okay, I said that really loud. I think worthy of this quest, worthy of this magic, worthy of this position that the universe has put you in. So if you're a teacher of something, or an artist of something, or whatever you can provide the service to the world, you need to feel worthy of it. And I definitely feel like talking about passion and creativity and the sacral chakra just for a moment here, because I didn't know this, I just learned this. The sacral chakra has to do with creativity, like artistic endeavors, and romantic endeavors, you know, like the two people together romantic endeavors. And if one of those is blocked, the other one can go out of craziness. So as my example, I didn't believe that I was a good artist, and I was very closed off to bettering myself and growing who I was. This was when I was a small child, probably like 10, 11 years old. And so I focused on the passionate side of things. Like, I was trying to impress boys. Okay, and if I could go back into that part of my life and talk to myself, I would have told that person, it's coming from the same energy. That energy is coming from the same origin, but you need to be putting all that energy you're putting into other boys into yourself, into your art, into your self-worth. Don't let your self-worth be based on what other people think of you, only what you think of yourself, only what you have, because you know how hard your life has been. You know how far you've come to get to this point. And that's why you are the only one who knows your self-worth. So I feel like that's the end of this reading. I truly hope that this helped you, and I really appreciate you watching my videos. If you watched all the way through. Please let me know in the comments. Leave a like on this video. It really helps me. And please subscribe to my channel. I really want to help as many people as I possibly can, especially if you're a light worker or a healer or someone who's been going through this process of the Hermit. I really want to help. I really, truly do. I feel like it is my calling. If you would like just a quick little reading on TikTok, I do little 3-minute readings. You just got to comment on my post on one of my videos and I will reply with another video. So love and light.